stream, eh? We're just gonna keep things a little fun, a little interesting, switching it up. I haven't done car mechanic in a long time. Alright. And we're gonna, let's see. Let's see what we got. Alright. We're just gonna wait for the game to load. Alright. Let's get to work, shall we? Alright, so for this car order. Okay, so we're gonna need to go ahead and highlight all of this. Maybe I'll run into some of the other parts as I'm taking it apart. Let's see. Little by little, we are going to be unpiecing it. This thing needs a lot of work, and quite frankly, a lot of time to be put into it. Should I say the debuild, right? We're gonna do this car, and then I'm gonna I just wanted y'all guys to experience the very, well, not the very beginning, but more or less closer to the beginning. I have bought a junkyard car, and I ended up fixing it up a little RX-7 and selling it. And that gained me, I don't know, about an extra $4 grand. Probably 4 to 5 grand. So, let's see, so it would be the tension there. And we would attack the belt if I could water pump fully. The roller, because in order to get that cover off, we have to get these pieces off. Take accessible from under the car yet. I can clearly see it. Like, yeah, they gotta fix that. Not every oil filter you have to take out from the bottom of the car. I've worked on quite a few cars where you can remove it from the top. Weird. Okay. Don't tell me I gotta take out the ignition and the spark in order to get this thing out. I missed one. My fault. So right now, I'm kind of trying to show, a buddy of mine who also does the whole gig, that, it's easy to get people to be interested. And, if you do part by part, car by car, y'all guys are more enthralled to sit there and watch the video. I'm probably going to play around with one of the new DLCs here eventually. Probably the Dodge DLC, but who knows? I might have to go to my other save file for that one, where I've already got the garage pretty built and without money. Technically we need to drain it, but honestly, technically it's just water, so I don't know why we would get fined for spilling water. It's our shop. Shouldn't it be more realistic and we clean it with a mop? I don't know. I feel like there's a few things this game is lacking. I've been in a workshop and oil spills happen and things happen, so. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and bump this thing up into the air. And we're gonna get started on that. I don't believe I have that welder yet, so it's a little downside to this. Or the repair table. I've got to buy every part versus just trying to fix and repair a few of them. Alright, so we'll go ahead and... Oh shit, I don't know if I drained the oil. I don't even know if there's oil in the engine. So we're gonna go ahead and... Yeah guys, always double check. Don't, especially whenever you click drain oil, double check. Because it might not work the first time. And, you don't want to get mad and get fined for creating accidental spill. Even though technically that wouldn't occur, I don't think, because, you know, the way I've always done it is, you know, we take the oil pan off, and we let it drain that way into the barrel versus, you know, letting it filter out, because it takes a while to filter out. It does. Letting it drain that way is just quicker, and it's no different. You just have to remember it's a two-man job. One person's got to hold the pan in place so that way you don't strip the metal. Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and, hang on, can I see through this? Hang on. If I don't have to take this off. Okay, so that's good. Transmission looks fine to me. Yeah. How many more parts do we have to find? We have to find 4. Does it include brakes in that list? No, it doesn't. So therefore, it could be the brakes, could be the brake pads, the rotors. So it could be the bearing, but bearing looks fine. It's already been scanned. Okay, so cars, additional tools. All right. Examination. This is how you get more experience on top of knowing what's wrong with the car. 2. Okay, I bet you it's the same on this side too. If not, 2 different parts. We're just looking for 2 more parts, and then we know exactly what to take off. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and wheel hub bearings. Okay. Just press square on the task list to highlight. But if you want to be able to learn, just undo the wheel, drive axles right there, center, and the wheel hub bearings right beneath it. Alright, I might have, no, I do not. Okay. Alright, and then down arrow, and then click your options menu, or your start menu, whatever you want to call it. I call it start and select. Hub bearing, go ahead and buy 2 of those. It's really simple in this game. Rear drive axle, you don't have any of those fixed, so once again you hit square to open up the tablet. Once you've got the tablet purchased, if you do not have the tablet purchased, you've got a computer right over here. Alright. Go ahead. Okay, so simple controls. X to work on part. Triangle is your, you know, whatnot. You have your inventory, your shopping list, which will show you everything. You have your part mount function, which, you know, you can just, you're automatically in disassembly mode once you enter. And there's part mount, then you have your tablet, then you have your additional tools, which is, your OBD, your compression, your electronic multimeter, your tire tread, your fuel pressure, drain tool, then you have your car status. This is where you can figure out the version, the mileage, weight, etc., etc. You know what rims, colors, where you can find it, the condition of it, the power, torque, and if you do all the tuning and whatnot, you can figure out there the engine option swaps. This is only going to pop up for orders. You can find your task and then hit square on it, and it'll mark it for you all the way down there. So you can kind of pre-know what you already need. Body parts and whatnot. This is all the task. These are optionals right here. I don't know about these. Some of them are optional, some of them aren't. Alright, and then this is where you can see, usually it's the payout for each car. I'll possibly show y'all guys in another video. But yeah, if you just hit down arrow, it'll say added to list and whatever part. And it should say also in the top left that you're in the part mount mode in order to mount a part. And then you hit square, or if you want to simplify it, go to your computer or tablet, whichever one. Then you hit when you're in here. Okay, it's a little weird for the controls, even I'm not so used to it. Okay, these are all that you have. Okay, you have your main shop, you have your tuning parts, which are very limited. You have your regular body shop. This is your tuning body shop. So for the Skyline, you have, these. Very limited. And it's triangle to back out, not circle. I keep forgetting that. Circle is to actually close the tablet. You have your tires, you have your rims, you have your electronic accessories, including your compressors, your alternators, batteries, ABS modules, spark plugs, etc., etc. You can find tuning spark plugs in some of the parts in the tune-up shop. You have your add-ons, which include like roof racks, light bars, pizza, taxi signs. I believe there's a cop light in there, spoilers, hood scoops, your plates. You can customize them. Like if you live in, hang on, south. Oh shoot. South, and then it'll pull up South Dakota, right? So it'll pull up the actual plate. All right. This is your custom gearboxes. Each car has their own. Some of them do share, but rear drive axle. I thought I bought it, but I didn't. Okay, so this is where you go. Okay, so see. There's nothing there for it. Click on there. Your options, start, whatever. Rear drive axle. If you're on Xbox, I believe it's the menu button. Whatever your right top, like your pause button normally. Alright, then you just click, X on whichever one that you're trying to select. You got your rear drive axle. As for, we already know that both of ours are out, so you go ahead and buy 2. Wheel hub bearings, you usually want to buy more if you've got enough money. If you've got money like I do, you can buy about 10 of them. Bearings, especially bearings and stuff like that, are really good to buy in bulk. You don't have to, because you're gonna buy a lot of them. Trust me, I buy quite a bit. Alright, and then you have your controls. Okay, triangle, whenever your bolt is like orange around the room, spin it square, and it'll spray the WD-40. That's for this one, doesn't need it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take out both of those parts. By holding X, wheel hub bearing, power 2, so I don't have to go back to the shop. It's faster assembly. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright. And y'all, it's gonna be uploaded to YouTube, guys, so y'all guys can just, you know, go ahead and view this whenever you guys need a run around. Alright, so, first thing that we know that we're gonna need. This is gonna be engine related, so okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take off all the spark plugs because I already know that I need them. Ignition coils, I believe those are at the top up here, if I'm not wrong. Alright, turns out I didn't need to do all this disassembly. I don't believe so. Let's see. Yeah, I did not. Sometimes I do get ahead of myself with it. So, just something that I've done quite too many times is how overdo it. More work, but yet again, I don't mind it. Keeps y'all more informed of how to play the game, and it gets me more experience points. So, and if you ever get to this car, you can always just follow along and just look at the list of what I have. So you just have an easier time. So usually they'll mark out everything. Anything rusty, you know, if you see anything rusty, that's obviously a dead-ass giveaway that it needs to be replaced. So let's go ahead. The left camshaft is good, but the right one isn't. Okay, the right one needs to be replaced. If you use the left camshaft, it is not going to let you complete the order. I've tried, maybe it's just different per person, but I have tried personally and it does not work. We're going to go ahead and put the oil filter back on. I'll work down here. And you have to be in a shopping menu in order to buy the parts, so keep that in mind while y'all are playing this. Now starters are going to be in here. If you want to search for them, it's going to take a minute to scroll all the way over. Go ahead and buy the 4 spark plugs. Let's see. Ignition coil glow plug. I don't think I've ever used one, but I'm pretty sure I will eventually. Alright. Also, your distributor, those you'll come across on your carbureted engines and your rotary engines. Go ahead and install that starter while we're out here. Alright, see, now everything else is only engine bay only. So therefore, I'm gonna go ahead and get it down. I hope you can understand up and down. No, you can't cut it off. You can't do the, emergency switch to shut it off midway just so you can try to glitch out the game. A lot of people like to try, but it's not going to work. Alright, water pump. So, is that one of the replaceables? Water pump. That would be a negative on that one. Alright, so power steering, I did see that. Okay, what's the requirements for this car? 71%. Okay, and now we're gonna rotate our focus to the block. Okay, it's not highlighted. It's gonna take a minute, especially in the beginning. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll see that so which one is it that needs to be replaced? It's this one. Yeah, makes sense. It's quite low on the stereo. Okay, so once again, boom. Also, now you come over here, and you've got the tuning part. Only apply those to your car because they're going to give you extra money that way, but anywhere else is okay. So right. This makes it easier. Because you never know. Try to find all the parts. Definitely look in the rear and the front suspension area. Usually, if it's quite a bit of them, look at all the bearings in the frame. The boost could be low. If you don't know what it is, just go ahead, take out the bearings. If one of them looks cracked or whatnot, go ahead, take it out, check it. If it's messed up and it highlights as one of your parts, go ahead and remove the rest of them, just to be certain. If not, check the wheel bearings. Wheel bearings go bad really easily. The brakes, brake pads, calipers. Those are the things that you want to check if you can't find the part. Now, that one's done. Okay, so apparently I need more spark plugs. Alright. I'm going to need 2 more because I forgot I'm working on inline 6, not an inline 4. So. It was good. I forgot I can read that bottom left. Okay. There's that. And if you want to be certain, you can actually replace all of them brand new. Like, I only have 1 more, so I can go and buy 2 more. And there. Now, I am certain that they're all replaced. And that will conclude that. They will confirm that you have replaced the part. He did tell me not to go all out, but I don't think he wants some that are broken and some that are fixed. I'd want you to just go ahead So exhaust manifold A and B are the exhaust manifolds. One of them. Exhaust manifold negative, so we can go ahead and put them back, even though that they're not in the best of shape. Go ahead and see what you need. The belt tensioner, the coils cover, intake manifold, and that's it that I have. So the cam gears, even though that they're low, cam gears are very strong. They will last longer than. Oh, hang on. Serpentine belt, was that one of them? Okay, it's the second one. Okay, got it. Oh, there was one covered. It was the top portion. I believe. I'm gonna go ahead and check. Coils cover. A. And yeah, coils cover A. Gonna go ahead and put that on the shopping list. Alright, and now we're gonna go here, and you can see coils covers are not in here. So you've got to buy them straight from the main shop. You can, once you get the paint booth, you can take it to the paint booth and paint. Do your whole paint work. So, see, I just leveled up. Like that one, you can see the clear difference between them. Alright, and we're going to just install that. The throttle. Now that I've replaced all top side parts, I can go ahead and look. Okay, that's done. That's done. That's done. Okay, and the leftovers are these parts here. So, go ahead and install a new power steering. Alright. And I put roller B. I don't believe I have to replace those, so I'm gonna just throw everything back on, bolt it up. Now I do gotta see what. Okay, belt tensioner, the fan, and the belt. Tensioner, fan, and belt. Okay. You can buy them. If you can, buy them right next to each other if you're aware of what's available. The radiator's still good. Alright. So, now we've done that. Go ahead and double check everything. Make sure it's all done. Okay, so now we're gonna do everything pretty much. All the body parts we're gonna replace. So, pop all this off. Pop all that off. Pop that off. this fairly easily because they're just not jumping out at you, you know. Alright, and now I believe that's all the body work. Alright, so once again you go to the body workshop, and boom, boom. Okay, so this has put me down about 10 grand, so he better pay out really well. And if he doesn't, then, well, I'm keeping his car. Speaking of, I guess we just gotta get let's do a Alabama plate on it, because why not? Never lived in Alabama, but hey, maybe, you know, he does. Maybe that's where this is set. Who knows? I can't remember if I assembled that or not. You know, y'all guys might spend the extra money, but he told me specifically, do not spend more than what I have to. And I'm gonna keep it like that, and if I've got enough money left over, I will. Go ahead, bop, bop, and bop, and now. Alright. Oil, brake fluid, coolant, refill windshield washer. Okay, so windshield washer fluid. Okay, so we just have to. Have to refill it. Alright, and frame tool. Alright, and ta-da. Alright, and there. Alright, refill all that. And refill this. Just hold on the cap in order to refill everything. Okay, so technically I can finish the order. Or I can go here, here, welder, and boom, and get a little bit more money out of it. Alright. Yep. It'll let you know. Because they don't want you stealing none of their bars now. $22 grand. Not bad. For all that work. Alright, so, you know, right now we can do that, or level 10, but we're gonna go ahead and make our way to the junkyard. Y'all guys will see what car I'm gonna plan on. So, even though that we're in the junkyard, parts are super cheap for certain things. And if you can repair, definitely pick them out of a junkyard if you see them like that. It really all depends on what car you're planning on getting. There's pretty much a BMW, no, a Volkswagen. Volkswagen. They want $2 grand for that. Sometimes you can get quite a big, you know, deal on these sort of cars. You can put all your money into them, flip them, and that's how you get started. That's a good way to get started right there. Let's see. Down here. Right. Okay, guys, so here's the BMW. Okay, how much are they asking for this one? $2,400. How much are they asking for this? This thing's probably going to be more than my price range. Yeah, definitely. If you ever find one of these, make sure you have at least 40 grand saved up in order to get one. Because, yeah, in order to make a profit, you're going to need to put a lot down on one of those. Sometimes you can find a fourth car. Definitely not always. Sometimes you can. Pretty cool. Searching through. Like, look at that. Look at that. i3 engine block. What is this? If this is an i3, what engine? Ooh, it can take an i3 though. Alright, so garage, we're gonna send it straight there. Because having a Volkswagen is not bad. A little $2,000 car. Pretty much all you need to start with. don't know if your car can take, you know, because that's an i5. We don't want that. An i3 we could do, but always look around. Find like race tires. Shoot, if only you could repair them. Or if you found a set, even if they're messed up, definitely get them. R35 trunk, rims for the turbo, you know, the V6, this is the one that comes in the Nissan Silvia S15, that engine, if you have one of those. Okay, I believe you could use that block. Okay, even though that block's an i4, it's for BMW, the name brand BMW, not the one that I own, or the one that I can pick up. There's quite a lot of parts for i6, but we don't have an i6 now, do we? No, we do not, because it'd be pretty hard to find an ICE 9.4 engine block, or like, look at that, i5 engine block. Sometimes you just gotta skim through it, even if you don't want to, even if you really don't want to. You just gotta skim through it, look and see if there's anything that you might be familiarized with. Like if I had a BMW with an i4, I would be pretty darn set right now. So I would presume the i4 is in the, I don't know, probably the little E46, E63, whichever one they have in here. Like, look, the Man M3, that's the i5, I believe. Now, that would be one hell of a build. You already have some of them. Like the S15, I have seen 100 parts in here for the S15. Now I'm not gonna buy them. Ain't no way. Don't have that money to spend, but whenever you do, everything you can buy in here, go ahead and get it. Get it while you can, because that's a really good oil pump. There's a rotary turbo. Yes, the car might not be the most powerful, nor is it gonna be the best, let's say. But is it gonna be built? Sell it for way more? Like, look, there's a engine head i4. Don't know if I can use it, but am I taking it? Damn right. Don't see anything else in here. If you guys don't want to see me surf the junkyard, y'all can just skip this part. Ooh. i4 turbo. Don't know if I can use it, but I'm gonna grab it just in case. Alright. It might be almost time for me to just i4 throttle. Alright. Return to the garage, buy parts. $300 ain't bad. so, guys. Alright, so y'all guys can kind of see what I'm working with. I'm working with something that's run down. It has a lot of potential, so we're going to move it over. We're going to go ahead and box aim to shaft to increase the car's value. I spent 500 and I make a profit right there. Some of the parts, you might have some alternator. Don't have an alternator. Do I have a power steering? Nope. Nope. Alright. And I'm just gonna use the basics because I'm not gonna dump that much money into this car. Alright, how many are on each side? There's 4. So, wait, I might have some. No, I do not. Okay. 8 of them, which isn't too expensive. Rebuild the engine. Try to put as many parts as you can on it without going too heavy into money. Try to keep it light and simple. Not the best thing I can tell you. Don't worry about all the extras. Build the engine, the body, get it to start. If you can. Luckily, we still have some leftover spark plugs, which is why I say just keep them, just in case. Who knows? You can always put them into the car, increase the car's value way more than what you would be able to sell them for by themselves. So that's the highest percentage. Now this is a V6 throttle. 4 fuel injectors. 1 throttle. Now, bolt in the throttle. Now, I've built pretty much quite a good chunk of the engine. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I have that first. Nope. Never be too sure. And if you feel like rebuilding the whole engine, go ahead and knock yourself out. Not literally, of course. Don't have that one. Okay, so make sure you buy 2 of those. They come in handy. Jump cards are super useful. I don't want to hear anybody saying that they're not. Gear, okay. 2 of those. Okay, we're gonna add the alternator back, so that way we can go back. If you feel comfortable with selling the car as is now, after you dumped a few grand into it, go ahead, but to get the maximum profit out of it, you're gonna have to rebuild with all the money you have. And who knows, I could have this built. Nope. Okay. Right. Belt tensioner. I don't have. I could have swore I had a belt tensioner on hand. Okay, so apparently there are 2 different ones. If you can salvage everything in a junk cart, go ahead with it, if you can afford it. Man, you have unlimited parts at that point. You can go to a junkyard multiple times, pull a cheap car, and just keep going back to the junkyard and pulling everything until you run out of money, and then see what parts you have. Install the radiator. We don't have that one, so alright, and I need another one. So I'm gonna need 2 of those. Now this is the part where you go ahead and disassemble all the parts. I'm just doing a quick run through so that way y'all can get the gist, the general idea. Alright, and now we're gonna go ahead and assemble. First, we're gonna go ahead and see. Okay, now the only reason why I'm doing this is because this is about the best that you can do for a car. Is do some simple body work. Okay, I accidentally bought an extra bumper. Oh, I accidentally bought an extra parts that were already on it, so just go with the flow. If you're not sure, always you can go to Sandbox and just buy whatever you feel like and rebuild whatever floats your boat, or hang on, go to hold up, oh, alright, go to the car salon or something, and you can clearly see what you want on the car. Alright, always keep the license plates. Thank me for that, because I usually don't keep parts like that, but it'll raise the car value. Alright, and now we're going to go back to the assembly of this. We're going to see, we already have, we're down to $9,000. Alright, but we still have to get the suspension done. So, figure out what suspension it takes. So, front shock, okay, absorb for A. So, that one. Go ahead and buy 2 of each. And then the cap. Alright, and now, you know, most people would just do that. Or you can come over to the spring puller joint. Doesn't take long to do, so you can pretty much do this fairly quickly. Alright. And now, come back up here. And ta-da. Okay, I don't have any links, so go ahead and buy 2 of those, and boom, and bar mount. Ooh. Oh, apparently I had one. But since we already have purchased, put together, we spent all that time on that. We're gonna go ahead and do the front link, and now we just gotta lift the car. Of course, after we now the air filter. Why not? Why not go a little expensive on that? Like I said, you can splurge a little on the car, but not too much. And if you've bought 2 of them, splurge on one, cheap on the other. Alright, let's see. What do we need? This is where you figure out. Radiator fan housing, B fan 1. Okay, so what you do is this. Boom. Just take off the little markings on the end. Alright, and now we're gonna load this up. search for it. Just do that. Grab 4 of them due to there being 2. We already see that there's not a second one over there, so. Suspension arm. We're gonna go ahead and buy them. They're 18s, I believe. Yeah. Well, actually, how about this? 18. Go to rims and the ones without that. Alright. Alright. And now we're gonna go ahead. Nope. 215.35. We're going to do 225s, no, 245s, 40s. No, that's just quite a lot out of our bank account. You see how quickly we're already down to $3,000. Brake caliper, do not have any of those, so, okay, so, brake caliper cylinder. This one. Nice rims, straight off the showroom floor, brand new. Car looks beat up though. Now, is this car gonna be fast? If it's fully built, probably. I ain't gonna lie. But this thing is far from built. is saying I'm poor. I need to get rich. Oh, well, that was fairly simple. Alright, and C, B, A, that should be the last one. And boom. And now we're gonna set the battery. Saying I'm too poor again. Another $950. Please be some cash in here. Be some cash. Alright, well, I am officially broke. I've gotten most of this card done. I have put a lot more money than that into it. Okay, so I buy the car. Parts value, body value, performance parts value, condition bonus. I didn't really make a lot from it. Well, whenever you're able to paint it and whatnot, you get way more from it by doing it and whatnot. There. Oh, actually I made a profit. But either way, this is going to be the end of today's stream. I'll see y'all guys on the flip, eh? Peace.